I kept the light on in the dark, like you were running late. Told myself you just needed time, while my heart learned how to wait. You stopped saying my name out loud, said busy instead of lost. I held on to the space you left, pretending it wasn't gone. I believed in what we were, you believed in something else. I waited while you left, stayed faithful to the doubt. I stood still holding us while you were finding your way out. I waited while you left, counting hope like it was last hours, loving you in the present, you were already in the past. I answered every maybe, like it still meant yes. I read between your silences, found reasons to stay instead. You said I don't know right now, like it wasn't already clear. Every step you took away, I called it fear. I was holding on to echoes you were letting go. I waited while you left, held on through every sign. I kept believing you'd turn around while you were crossing every line. I waited while you left, watched love fade without a sound. You didn't say goodbye to me, you just stopped being around. Maybe I loved harder than I should, maybe I stayed longer than was fair. I confused patience with devotion and absence with care. I thought waiting meant faith, now I know what it cost. I waited while you left, until waiting broke my heart. I learned that love shouldn't feel like being torn apart. I waited while you left, but I won't wait anymore. I'm walking out of the silence you left me standing for. I waited for you to stay while you were already gone. I stayed up late just to feel you near, read our old texts like you were still here. Every silence said not tonight, still I waited for a sign. You said give it time, don't let it end. So I stood still while you drifted then. I heard your name in every sound, thought love would turn around. I believed in almost true, every maybe led back to you. I waited for a sign, something to make me stay, a word, a look, a reason you never gave. I waited for a sign while you were moving on. was where you should have been. I defended you when friends would say, let them go, they walked away. I called your silence, needing spaces, called your absence, just a phase. I built hope on fragile lines and waited for a sign. You held the door but never came back. I was stuck in the hope you lagged. I waited for a sign while losing pieces of me. Every day felt like a test I failed repeatedly. And I waited for a sign that love was still alive. You were already someone else. I was just trying to survive. Maybe love doesn't speak out loud. Maybe it shows in showing up. And if silence is your reply, then that was a sign. I waited for a sign, but the truth was in the pain. If you wanted me, you fight. You wouldn't let me wait. I waited for a sign, and I finally see, not hearing anything at all was your answer to me. I stopped waiting. That was the sign. Where was the sign? I told you every fear I hide, every doubt that keeps me up at night. I let you see the worst of me, believe that love would let me be. I didn't dress my truth in lies, didn't make my pain look light. I thought if I showed you my scars, you stay and hold my heart. I thought love was saying everything. Guess I said too much. I was too honest. I opened my soul, laid it all out, had nothing to hold. I loved you loud, I loved you raw. You heard the truth and walked away from it all. I was too honest. I needed you near. You needed silence. I needed you here. I showed you my heart without armor or guard. I was too honest, and that broke us apart. I asked for reassurance when my hands started to shake. You called it pressure, I called it fate. I told you when I felt alone, even when you were right there. You said love shouldn't feel this hard, like honesty's unfair. You wanted easy, you wanted light, I wanted real, even it hurt. I was too honest, I showed you my need. You wanted freedom, not all of me. I loved you deep, I loved you true, but my truth was too heavy for you. I was too honest, I didn't pretend, didn't play safe, didn't bend. I showed you my heart without armor or guard. I was too honest, and that tore us apart. Maybe love isn't meant for open wounds. Maybe truth scares the fragile too soon. If I stay quiet, played it cool, would you still be here? Would I still be you? I was too honest, but I won't regret. loving you the best way I knew, yeah. I'd rather lose you than lose who I am, than living a lie you could understand. I was too honest, and now I'm alone, but I'll heal with the truth. I was shown, I gave you my heart, every scar, every part. I was too honest, but at least I love with heart. I was too honest, and you couldn't stay. I learned how to smile through the ache. Call it love, call it fate. I made excuses for your silence, said you're tired, you'll be okay. I folded myself into your needs, left my own out in the cold. I thought staying was strength, didn't know it was taking a toll. I kept choosing us over me, even when I was fading. I stayed until I broke, held on until my hands were numb. I gave you everything I had, and still it wasn't enough. I stayed until I broke, believed your words over your truth. I kept loving through the cracks while you were halfway out the room. I learned your moves like season storms I couldn't predict. I apologize for feelings you said too much to fix. You called me strong when I cried, like that made the pain okay. I wore my hurt like armor so you wouldn't have to stay. I was bleeding quietly so you could feel at peace. I stayed until I broke, ignored the signs, ignored the pain. I kept hoping love would change you while it was changing me. I stayed until I broke, loved you past my own control. I was fighting for a future you never really chose. Maybe leaving would have hurt less than watching myself disappear. I lost my voice trying to save us. Now all that's left is fear. If loving you meant losing me, then maybe love was wrong. I stayed until I broke, but I'm done breaking for you. I'm picking up the pieces, learning what my heart deserves to. I stayed until I broke, and that's the truth I own. I loved you longer than you loved me. Now I'm learning how to go. I stayed when I should have known. I stayed until I broke. You held my hand like you meant to stay, said my name like it wouldn't fade. You talked in dreams, you spoke in plans, while I was giving you all I am. I built my life around your smile, thought I was more than just a while. I loved you like you were the end, didn't know I was just back then. You said forever like a guess. I believed it gave my best. I was only temporary, just a stop along your way. I was something you needed till you found what you replaced. I was only temporary, but you felt permanent to me. You walked away and barely broke. I shattered quietly. I stayed loyal when you doubted, fought for us when you rerouted. I made excuses just to stay, said it's fine in every way. You changed while I stayed true. I've been myself, defending you. You left with no apologies, like loving me was easy to leave. I gave you time, you took your space. I lost myself just trying to wait. I was only temporary, you were already moving on. I was still calling it us while you were already gone. I was only temporary, the truth still hurts the most. Not that you left, but that I meant so little when I loved you most. Maybe loving me was just a phase. Maybe I was there to ease your pain, but I loved you like you were home. Now I'm standing here alone. I was only temporary, but my love was real and deep. If I was just a chapter to you, you were the whole book to me. I was only temporary, still I don't regret the pain, because loving you taught me I'm not meant to be replaced. I wasn't nothing, I was just temporary to you.
I used to wear your name like hope, like something I could trust. You said forever soft and slow. Now forever's just a word that hurts. I traced your lies and sleepless nights, called them growing pains. I thought love here what it took, didn't know it could leave a stain. I gave you more than I should, you took it like it wouldn't last. Love left a scar right on my chest, where your promises used to rest. I don't bleed anymore, but I feel it still. Every time I try to love for real, love left a scar deep and wide. Proof I cared, proof I tried. I survived you, but I'm not the same. Love left a scar with your name. You held my heart like borrowed time, careful but not committed. You said I was the safest place, still somehow you never lived in it. I learned how to read goodbye before you said the word. Your silence taught me everything, your voice never confirmed. I kept hoping wounds would close if I stayed long enough. Love left a scar this pain means I was real, then maybe it all makes sense. Love left a scar, but I'm still here, learning not to live in fear. I'll love again, just not that way, not the kind that lets me fade. Love left a scar, and that's okay. It proves my heart didn't walk away. I lost you, but I kept my name. Love left a scar, not It doesn't bleed, but I remember. Love left a scar. It doesn't bleed, but I remember. Love left a scar.
I still sleep on your side of the bed, like maybe you'll come back somehow. Your name still lives inside my head, but you don't answer me now. The walls hurt all our promises, they echo when I breathe. I gave you all the best of me, but love forgot me. I watched your shadow fade away while I stayed the same, holding on to yesterday, calling out your name. Love forgot me in the dark, let me bleed in where we are. You walked away so easily, like I was nothing from the start. I loved you loud, you loved quietly, then you set yourself free. Now I'm here with broken dreams, 'cause love forgot me. I replay every little sign, every tear I couldn't see. You were already halfway gone while you were still with me. I built a home inside your heart, you never let me stay. I kept choosing us alone, you chose to walk away. I was fighting for your soul, you were letting go. I was writing forever, you erased us. Love forgot me in the dark, let me bleed in where we are. You walked away so easily, like I was nothing from the start. I loved you loud, you loved quietly, then you set yourself free. Now I'm here with broken dreams. If love forgot me, if loving you was wrong, I'd do it all again. I'd break my heart 1,000 times just to feel you then. But you don't miss me like I miss you, that's the truth I see. I didn't lose you, baby, you lost me. Love forgot me when you changed, said my name but felt no pain. You let go without a fight, left me crying in the rain. I gave you faith, you gave me scars. Now I'm learning how to breathe. I didn't fail in loving you. Love forgot me. If you ever feel alone and wonder where I went to be, I stayed where you left me. showed up every time you called, stood beside you through it all. I read your silence like a sign, said it's okay one more time. I loved you loud, I loved you true, while you were weighing something new. I felt the distance growing wide, and still I stayed on your side. I kept believing we had time. You were already changing your mind. Love didn't choose me, even when I chose you. I gave you everything I had. You never knew love didn't choose me. I watched you walk away, I stayed loyal, stayed hoping love didn't stay. I learned how to wait in pain, called your absence just a phase. I defended you when friends would say, let them go, they've already changed. You said you cared but not enough. Your half-hearted love was rough. I tried to be what you need, but love didn't choose me. I loved you without guarantee. You loved me conditionally. Love didn't choose me. When it came time to fight, you let go easy, left me behind. Love didn't choose me. I felt it in your eyes, I was just someone you held until you said goodbye. Maybe love just missed my name, or maybe I stood in the rain, waiting for a heart like yours to finally close the door. Love didn't choose me, but I stay kind and real. I didn't fail to love you, I just felt too much to steal. Love didn't choose me, but I'll heal, I'll grow, I'll see that someday love will stay and finally choose me. I wasn't unworthy of love, love just didn't choose me. You didn't slam the door, you just stopped trying. Left your coat on the chair like you were still deciding. Your eyes were somewhere else, even when you were near. I felt the cold moving in before you disappeared. We stopped saying us, like the word way too much. Love walked out, it didn't say goodbye, it just packed up hope and left me why I'm standing in the ruins of what we used to be. Wondering how you stopped choosing me. Left the room, stayed in my dial, the lights stayed on when love walked out. We slept back to back, like strangers in the same bed. Your silence did all the talking of the things you never said. I tried to hold on tighter, you slipped right through my hands. You said I need space, but I needed you to stand. love didn't fail her. Maybe you did first. Maybe staying felt harder than leaving me hurt. I replay every moment, searching for the sign, the second you gave up before I knew mine. Love walked out and I stayed behind, learning how to live without your light. I gave you all I had, no way out. I stayed in love when love walked out. One day I'll forgive, I'll breathe, I'll shout, but tonight I'm breaking since love walked out. You didn't say goodbye. Love walked out.
Gave you all the light I had, stayed bright when days were bad. I poured myself into your storms, held you together, kept you warm. I ignored the ache in my chest, called it love, called it my best. I kept smiling through the bleed, didn't know love could empty me. I carry away the words in mine, lost myself one piece at a time. Love drained me, left me running on a thread. I stayed awake so you could rest. Love drained me. I gave you more than I could spare. You took it all and never cared. I'm still here but barely breathing. Love drained me. I became who you needed most, while forgetting who I was before. I chased your peace, I chased your calm, at the cost of my own alarm. You said I'm fine, I said okay, and swallowed every word I couldn't say. I fixed what you refused to see, called it love, it emptied me. I held us up on shaking knees, broken silence quietly. Love drained me, left me hollow, left me weak. I beg for crumbs of honesty. Love drained me. I stayed loyal, stayed too long, sang your name in every song. Now the echoes all that sees me. Love drained me. Oh, maybe love's not meant to hurt this way. Maybe I stayed past the point of safe. If loving you meant losing me, then that's not love, it's grief. Love drained me, but I'm learning how to heal. I gave you something deep and real. Love drained me. I won't apologize for how I tried, or for loving you with all my life. I lost you, yes, but I can't see. Love drained me, not my ability. I loved you until there was nothing left. Now I'm finding my myself.